Coming up on this week's eFIXX TV, we try working from home. We explore the regulations relating to hazardous waste. We take a social post dive into the consumer units of Instagram. Visit a library in the Electricians challenge. #AboveAaron. And Kim Jong-un's younger brother pays a visit to the studio.
Hello and welcome to eFIXX TV as we live stream every 2 weeks, and we thank you for joining us this week as you have done in previous weeks. And if you're new to the live stream, we also thank you, and hopefully tonight will be entertaining, fun, and maybe even some chances to win some prizes. But before we get to that, let's get in front of Rossgate, shall we? Which was last week's, last time's, 2 weeks ago, last time's live stream, where obviously we had the Electricians challenge. And have you got any thoughts on that, Gordon?
Well, I thought it was great. we'll love a comment. And we're looking at the impact driver situation.
We are, and we've got actually a developing story over the next 3 live feeds that we do. So the next 3 eFIXX TVs will unravel the mystery of the Ross impact driver and come to a natural conclusion in 3 more streams' time.
Yeah, or either that or we run out of RCBOs first.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen. And tonight's one, we have got an Electrician challenge tonight. We've got somebody that I taught in the past, so you know he's going to be brilliant in everything that he does. So he's in for a go tonight, which is great. And we've also got Regulation Corner. We've got our usual segments as well. So stay tuned, and there'll be some great prizes that can be won. We're going to start off, as we always do, Gordon, with the news and rumours.
Yeah, we are, yeah. We can take the...
Yeah, I can't do everything. I can't present to the camera and do the graphics. Go on, then.
Yeah. Well, news, rumours, it was interesting. Someone sent us what we thought could be, an interesting product, because we made a video with Nick Ramo about how you shouldn't be really using a 13 amp plug to charge an electric car. Okay,
yeah, well, we say that, but it is a doable thing, but it's more of an emerging.
Slow.
Yeah, and we called it the granny.
The granny cable is what we learned, actually, because a lot of people are pretty angry. We upset some motorists, and a lot of people are quite happy charging on a 13 amp. So there's always innovation in the market. So someone came up with a solution to allow you to charge faster from a 13 amp plug. Now, this is what it looks like. It is 2 13 amp plugs plugged into one EV charger. So we found this device, and we tried to buy one.
Okay, yeah. Now, it's fraught with problems, we would suggest. We tried to buy one, and what happened when we went to purchase?
Well, they took out £500.
Right.
So it wasn't cheap. We don't always get sent stuff, so we will go out to the market and buy things. Suddenly it was no longer available.
We don't know whether that was because it was us trying to buy it, or whether somebody had a little rethink. But let's work through that natural conclusion. A twin socket outlet in, I don't know, just adjacent to the kitchen area, where we've got all those loads on one leg of the ring final circuit. You plug in your two plugs, and we're presuming it's 10 amps from each, weren't we?
Yes, 10 amps. Yeah.
So your white plastic socket outlet that may have cost as little as £1 now has got 20 amps going through it. Probably won't be on for the 30 odd hours that we suggested in the previous video. It might be on for 15 now. Any thoughts? Leave them in the comments below. Imagine it was a spur. And a spur again, maybe from a ring final circuit. Yeah. We would suggest that was fraud danger.
An old vulcanised rubber cable near the end of it. So.
And we also had the debate, didn't we? If you plugged in one of them, what happens to the other plug top?
Yeah, we wanted to find out, but unfortunately, it's no longer coming. But we did get the money back.
Oh right, okay, that's good then. So we can spend
the product is no longer listed on Amazon either.
Oh,
so
interesting.
A bit of a consumer win there. So.
Okay, perhaps, perhaps somebody realised it wasn't a great idea. But again, thoughts below. We're always interested in your comments, especially on EV. Now that led us on to another socket outlet that we got sent in by, do we say his name anymore?
Ross the impactor.
yeah, and we believe this socket outlet had a massive impact, yes? Was that a working socket outlet?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was, needs further investigation. What's the code for that?
Well, I think that would be a little bit above an FI, yeah, and please keep it clean in the comments.
But I'd like to know, where have the switch has gone from that socket, and can you still use it as a socket?
Yeah, and broken back, well, you can't believe how much of it wasn't there, okay? It was a stripped back socket outlet, you know, do it with vehicles sometimes, don't they? You know, it gives it that more, edgier look, stripped back socket outlets. Yeah. So, news and rumours then, we'll get ahead of the Ross situation in the coming weeks, and we're hopefully going to see him again shortly. And we've suggested that a double plugged EV charging point maybe isn't a very good idea.
No, but if you spot any interesting EV innovations, then yeah, please send them in. We always like a challenge, especially getting hold of this stuff. So it sometimes ends us in a bit of hot water.
It does. Yeah,
we don't talk about that because we're not allowed to legally.
Yeah, I've already had that moment, haven't I, earlier on? Yeah, when we were doing stuff on downlights, you threw me under a bus.
We upset some Americans.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and we had a strongly worded letter, I think you'll find. Okay, let's not go back there because I've only just got over that. So we love to give stuff away on eFIXX TV, and we're going to start off by giving something away retrospectively because you set a challenge in the last live stream 2 weeks ago. And what was your challenge, Gordon?
The challenge was we released 2 new CPDs, one from BG and one from Envirovent, and we said the first person to, after the show, as soon as we had to get 100% in them, would win a prize.
Yep, so you could do the BG one, you could do the Envirovent one, you could be mad and do them both.
Yep.
Okay, in order to try and win a prize, you're not mad for doing them. I would suggest that all the CPDs are very much worth your time. Mm-hmm. And we've got 2 winners, yes?
No, we've only got 1 winner.
We've got 1 winner. Oh, right, so somebody didn't get 100% on one of them?
No, someone got...
So let's unpeel that. So we're giving one person 1, so you got 100% on both.
You got 100% on board, and was the first
person to do it as well.
Wow. Now I don't know. Quite managed that, but
let me guess their name. Joe Robinson.
Well, almost. We'll get to that. But it's the time stacks up. It was, we can see how long it takes people to do them.
So Joe's what, has he?
No, it hasn't Joe, but it's someone called Josh Robinson. No,
oh right.
No, is it a relation?
Who could that be?
Is it a relation? We don't know.
Okay,
but we're assuming it's not. But,
it's an uncanny coincidence.
We might have a steward's inquiry in that one.
Okay.
After we're finished on the impact driver.
I think I've got a funny feeling Gary's swap shop's going to be won by Gareth Hayers this week. Yeah. Okay. Uncanny resemblance. Yes.
I think it's a Mr. Ung from Korea, Gary. I think he's just entered it.
Oh, has he? Yeah. He's got the haircut for it. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to give, we're going to contact him through email.
He's on tonight. No, he's on tonight.
Well done. So no, hats off to Joe Robinson.
Together,
or was it Josh?
Josh Robinson.
Josh Robinson. If you ever want a job in the future, come and apply. We'll gladly take you on with that kind of knowledge. 100% on both. Yeah. There's is it a bundle he's got?
It's a bundle. We'll have to make up a special bundle, a double.
Well, you'll have to add some extra stuff in, won't you?
We'll have a clear out.
Yeah.
If we find out it's a relation to Joe Robinson, we'll have a clear out.
And I think that's going to be the eFIXX eddy current hat, bag, all of the, so you've got a bundle bag.
Yeah.
And because you've got 100% in both, we're actually going to throw something above and beyond what we were going to put in the first place. So well done, Josh Robinson.
No, it was good. Great effort.
Brilliant.
And 100%. Yeah.
So the rest of you are thinking, well, that's all right for Josh. Josh has already won something and now he's got extra stuff. So we're going to move straight into the following segment, which is Gary's swap shop. Okay, so this is an opportunity. So let's get the rules nice and clear. To enter this, and not necessarily you haven't won, you'll be entering this, you will need to hit the like button. Okay, so I need you to give me the thumbs up for the video, which is a nice way of helping us grow the channel as well. And we don't often say that here at eFIXX. If you can like the video, and then if you want to enter, not necessarily win, but you want to enter, you need to put a keyword in. Shall we bring in possibly our best keyword ever? Yeah? So let's bring it in. We're going to go quiet.
Impact driver! Impact driver! Impact driver!
Yeah. Now that's actually one of our neighbours down here at Lightside Studios who runs the tyre shop next door. Now we often complain when he's got his impact driver out because he's always changing tyres. People come in for a pit stop, he does them that quick. So we complain about him, but when Ross was across here, he complained to us. He thought we had set up a tyre shop.
Yeah, he did. He was not happy. And you can see from those eyes, and we're going to play it a few more times as we run through this. If you want to try and be part of Gary's swap shop, and you're ready, you don't know what you're going to win and what you have to do to win. So if you've already put it in, I just need you to send me a less than 18-month-old Tesla car in, okay, with your logbook and all the rest of it. So you don't know what you're entering yet. So the keyword there is, what's the keyword? Just remind me. Do you want to play it again?
Yeah, play it again.
Let's play it again.
Good. Impact driver! Impact driver! Impact driver!
It's impact driver, I think.
Yeah, it's impact driver, and you have to shout it and look quite angry as you do it as well. So, yeah.
So if you want to play along with Gary's swap shop, 2 people at the end of the live stream will be picked out. And you've got to do something for me first. And if you do your thing first for me, then I'll send you out something. So first of all, you need to put impact driver in the comments. You need to like the video.
Coming in, there's people even saying it 3 times.
Yeah, okay, brilliant, even better. And what we're going to do is I've got 2 of these. These were my tool of last year, so 2020 tool of the year, the FT45 RJ45 crimping tool by Ideal Industries. That weren't easy for me to say. What we thought was that this could give you an opportunity to make your own impact, couldn't it? This RJ45 crimping tool.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we thought, yeah, it can make an impact on your business by just adding that little bit of data networking in when you're doing some rewires or additions.
Yeah.
And yes, we'll get, yeah, fantastic tool. Yeah, make an impact. I mean,
upsell.
if your price per point data installations are a great tag on for a rewire, isn't it? Next to the socket.
Yeah. So yeah, socket for the TV hanging on the wall. What do you need next to it?
Data point.
Data point. So socket for the new computer position in the office. What do you need next to it?
Data point.
Yeah. So it's Skybox.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we think it's a great opportunity to upsell in rewires. And I think I always say this: if you're having your house rewired and you had a socket and you had lights, maybe not down lights, so maybe they're extra, but you're pretty much left with what you had before, didn't you? You've got a TV that still works and the lights still come on in each room. But if you can add that Cat6 data everywhere, all of a sudden they're thinking, hey, I've leveled up here. I've got a bit better installation. So you still don't know what you've got to send me. Old screwdriver. That's all I need. The one that maybe has been transformed into a Bradle over the years. Maybe it's the one that knocks up behind coving or down behind skirting board. The one that's taken, maybe the handle's half broken and it's got, yeah, where you've been hitting it in order to get through wood when you couldn't find, obviously, an auger bit or something like that. So if you want to enter Gary's swap shop, let's put my logo up. So I'm chuffed. He's got a logo this week. It's coming up later on in the show. He wanted one. Yeah, we had to hear all about how he didn't have one. So Gary's swap shop, in order to enter Gary's swap shop without a guarantee of winning, you need to put, what is it in the comments again? I can't remember.
Let's just check. Let's just hear from the guy
just
next door.
Impact driver! Impact driver! Impact driver!
Okay, yeah, impact driver. You need to like the video and then you're in with a chance at the end of eFIXX TV, end of the live stream. We'll pick 2 people out and then if you send me your tool in an envelope with your name and address, because we need that in order to send it back, you can come back. We're just gone over 50% now. We've got a slightly better hit rate than 50%.
We did last time, we got 100%, yeah.
Yeah, because we were giving away Echo Dots, weren't we, or something?
Yes, yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, we were Alexa, Hey Google, and all that last week. Well, we won't do that this week, because there's nothing worse than people shouting Alexa, Alexa. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we won't be doing that. So that's Gary's swap shop. That's up and running for you in order to...
we got a right bag full last week.
What did we get?
From G6 Electrical.
Okay. I haven't got hand cam available at the minute.
It's all right, we've got a timer.
Okay, we'll leave them on the table. I'm going to bring hand cam out later.
Remote control, that's what
that's what we asked for, didn't we? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's a bumper, another timer.
Okay. We will bring hand cam in later on. I've left it off at the moment.
Crabtree C50 breaker and a contactor.
Yeah, in other words, I think he had to clear out of all the stuff he didn't want, didn't he?
Yeah, which moves us on.
I'll just put these down by these barley-based beverages, and there's one here that's actually grape-based. It's gone for health drinks this week. I've been following Joe, who also works with us. He's just off camera down here. He's the one that I always call Will. He's been on a diet for the last 3 or 4 weeks, hasn't he? And I mean, he's properly bit his way through.
When that boot comes out, it's going to sell well.
Yeah, fish and chips on Thursday. He's just had an Indian and he's just had a white chocolate chip cookie. So yeah, his diet's going really well. Okay then, so we're up to what we're up to this week, or what we've been up to in the past few weeks, so you can get a feel of where we're going. We will give some more stuff away. We've got SPD as well. We've got Social Post Dive coming up as well. So what we've been up to?
Hazardous waste.
Hazardous waste, okay. Is that when Joe had to unblock the toilet next door?
Oh, Eddie visited.
Yes, Eddie visited and left us with the a blockage.
With the remnants.
It's a shame
Remnants of a busy week on Cam.
Yeah, if you saw Cam last week, we had toilet Cam would have been worse.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we sorted that out. No, we had to get some stuff in the skip.
Yeah, of course, all those fluorescent tubes at the bottom. You were jumping on the skip at the start, weren't you?
Yeah, and we've got a video coming out about that. So interesting.
What about you jumping on the skip?
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. And watch for that. But we learned a bit about hazardous waste.
Okay, and with that in mind, we've got another question. So we'd like to answer in the comments. Joe's in the comments. We're hoping Steve's in the comments. We've heard Steve. There is another member of the team, little known Steve in the post room. He's also in the comments today, having a little practice for 2 weeks' time when Joe's on holiday. Yeah. So what would you like in the comments then?
Would like to know, has anyone ever heard of a waste license, or do you have a waste license?
So if you're getting rid of stuff from your site, are you licensed to drive it away from the building? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Okay, so in the comments, tell us if you have a waste license, and please check out that video when we release it. Joe's gone to some great animation in there.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
I think Arden Animation are going to be worried, aren't they? Yeah, Wallace and Gromit. I think he's absolutely blown them away this time. Yeah. So what else has been happening?
We've got work.
It's on the board.
We've been working. I know. I'm just checking what I'm trying to remember what's happened. It's been a busy week. We've been working from someone else's home.
Yes. So we did a bit of we classed that as working from home because it was your sister-in-law's.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. So what did we do at your sister-in-law's?
We had to obviously someone left some beers in the fridge.
They did, probably because they were theirs.
Check our social media, so we thought we'd just help ourselves.
Yeah, we drank the remnants of our beer fridge.
So we like working from other people's homes.
Yeah, it is good. So hence the opening segment where you saw me and Gordon out on some sun loungers drinking beer. We were actually working that day. So Joe's in the comments now, no doubt.
Yeah. And you've had your wedding anniversary.
I did, 21 years. So that was the photograph at the start as well, was the haircut suggestion from you. Gordon's not going to take you anywhere we don't need to go on that because he knows I will absolutely annihilate him live on TV. So he's going to just leave it out. I've been married to my wonderful wife who actually sees me this evening. She doesn't see me all week, so she's seeing me tonight.
Need a medal.
21 years together. Yeah, fantastic. And hopefully the kids are on as well. So my two are on, Finley and Vienna, hopefully watching this evening. So yes, I haven't
seen any comments from you yet.
No.
My daughter Amelia has said hi, Daddy, and it's a big hello back to you, Amelia.
Yeah, she's 10. That'll wear off when they get the teenagers. Yeah, mine won't be watching this. Okay, so that's that. So we got to that, and also we've slightly unlocked ourselves now. I've heard the word factory visit.
We have, yeah.
And I've heard the word Palazzoli. And where did we go last time when we went to the Palazzoli factory? Tell me, Gordon.
Yeah, we got to go to Italy.
What part of Italy did we go to?
Brescia.
In the north, wasn't
Lovely.
it? Yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? We had a great laugh. We did some live streaming from the vehicle. And again, you've promised me we're going to the Luden factory.
Yeah, not in Italy though.
They got where else?
Braintree.
What part of the world's that?
Essex.
We're going to Essex.
But I said I'd tell you this. I'd treat you to a visit to the seaside, Gary.
Oh right, okay.
That little trip to Whitby.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, we know we're like a tired seaside town. Love Whitby, by the way. It's not that tired. We're going to Hastings.
Oh right, okay. Wow. Hey. Come to eFIXX, you'll travel the world, they told me.
So watch out for that. So we've got that.
Yeah, it's that Northern Brescia was in that first 6 months when we were still being courted, yeah?
It's Hastings. But we're going to find out a lot about data network cabinets when we're there, so watch out for that.
Okay, so that sums up to what we've been up to or going to get up to in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Plenty of videos coming out. We've got tons stacked up in the background, haven't we? Stuff coming out.
Yeah.
A lot of content. So, as we follow our way through. But now it's about you. So we've asked to interact on social media. We've asked to give people shout outs and we find it quite difficult. It's coming through now on the stream. We're seeing some familiar names in there. So what we've decided to do is something like we call Social Post Dive.
Yes, SPD, Gary. Okay. Checking the comment, checking who's in.
SPD, Social Post Dive, where we went, in the last 2 weeks I've been looking at, what have I been looking at in particular?
We've been looking at consumer units. Everyone loves a consumer unit.
But what I did find when I found them, I found some people who took a picture of their consumer unit with the lid still on. They were like, it was like, this is we know, we want to see what's inside it. I was like, why is there not more pictures? There's only one of it with the lid on. Obviously, they've got the sticker on it and all the rest, so you can't see what's inside it. So we had a quick dive into social media. You may have been tagged in on Instagram, so you might be aware of the fact that Your image is coming up next. One person we couldn't tag in because they were on LinkedIn, but you wait for the LinkedIn one. So we go for a social post dive, shall we?
Dive in.
Hang on, let's just do that. I've got my own logo, you've got yours, I've got that. Social post dive, social post dive, look at the logo. We've got a social post dive. So in this week's social post dive, we're looking at distribution boards and consumer units. Who are we starting with?
So we're starting from Grawlet and from a mush in Shepherd's Bush.
I'm sure we could break into song there, but that's a Hager distribution board. I'm sure there's some circuits going to be installed on the right-hand side of that board in the near future.
Yeah, nice and tidy.
Next up's a WiLEX distribution board.
Henderson Electrical Solutions, yeah, nice tidy install there. Mixture of RCBOs and circuit breakers.
Yeah, and he's kept the cables to the left and right-hand side, giving us the most amount of room around those overcurrent protection devices as well.
Looks like a couple of electricians rehearsing for the eFIXX Electricians Challenge with these Luden boards. It's All True Electrical and Chris Ruddock, who's also shoved Sparky Luden in there.
Yeah, anything to get a bit of free publicity and no doubt a share on Instagram from Luden themselves. I think they've actually miniaturised their RCBOs in their new version, haven't they?
Watch out for that video coming up soon.
So now we're looking at some fuse boxes, some subtle differences between the left-hand side and the right-hand side.
Well, someone was feeling generous, leaving all those spare ways fully populated with RCBOs for the customer.
Yeah, on the right-hand side, they've got some surge protection introduced. So we've got HI Electrical.
Yeah, his sticker's on the bench. He's an eFIXX follower, and M Knight Electrical in Essex.
Back in with the distribution board. I like a before and after.
Yeah, I'm hoping the one on the left is after, unless we've gone back in time. That's MJ Electrical, Gary. You might recognise that company.
Yeah, I think I saw him do an AFDD board and installation once. I like the way we've got new metering and we've detangled everything and introduced surge in the new board.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, this takes me back. This looks like a Merlin Joran board.
Oh, well, Schneider Electric these days, Gary. Yeah, with a plug-on neutral. So that's fun. You don't see many of these in the single-phase variant, but yeah, that looks great. Right.
And that's Strategy Electrical.
We
recognise this one, don't we?
Yes, there's Ross across at RS Electrics in Harrogate now. Yeah, so he's clearly a stickler for the regulations in this one. Gary, what's that clearance between the gas services?
Yeah, he's looking for 150 millis and some lovely mitering, and I can't see his impact driver anywhere.
No. Well, yeah, Ross clearly is good at miters and plastering as well.
We've got a couple here, a couple of pictures, and a couple of things that we like there, isn't there, Gordon?
Yeah, I've liked the ferrules, but look at those numbers as well, so you can identify which circuit it is. That makes it super easy.
And we think that's LF Electrical, we think that is.
Welwyn Garden City.
Oh, love the Welwyn Garden City. Always sounds like you're on 15 to 1 if you come from Welwyn Garden City. Okay, just grab this one off someone's story this time.
Okay, so, JB Electrical wants to be in the Hager gang.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that gang, and he's gone for the split board, so 2 RCCBs protecting our circuits. And we know from a previous video that Joe did as a Q&A that that's an acceptable practice, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, yeah, depending on what the scale of the installation and what's going on. But yeah, a lot of Hager boards still are dual RCCB.
Cool. Wow. I didn't find this one on Instagram.
I love it when a board is taller than the person who's installed it. Yeah, so there's another Hager installation with the extension module at the top. But wow, yeah, you get a different class of board across on LinkedIn with the electricians there.
And you're in shot as well when you do that one. It's fantastic. We've got a before and after here. We've got an install as we go along.
So Pierce Electric down in Caerphilly. So yeah, so I've gone for, I think you used to have one of those boards, didn't you?
I did, yeah, an MEM board, and I think the RCCB in that is actually an A-type, even though they've been around for a long time, and he's installed himself BG RCBOs in the new board.
Yeah, we've got some updates from BG on their boards coming up very soon.
Okay. Brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we're
great work.
I don't know what we're going to do next, whether we'll pick a theme or not. We did kitchen lighting before, didn't we?
Yeah.
So this time we did consumer units. It might be that we just dip in and out of stuff. So what I say to you is tag us in on Instagram on some of the great jobs and projects you're doing, and that may drive a new theme, or it might mean that we just randomly select some great work. So, and we'd like to think some of those people are maybe on tonight as well watching. So yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, Dr. Electric says he keeps forgetting, Gary.
Yeah, to tag us in?
Yeah. You'll have to get that mug again, and we'll have to.
Yeah, you've kicked it over already tonight. Yeah, he did tell you that, didn't he, Dr. Electric? Yeah, nearly lost one of them. It survived, but the liquid inside it didn't. But it wasn't one of them barley-based beverages, was it?
No, it was a tea.
Again, thank you very much. I put them on the screen now. Thank you ever so much to everyone that's helping support eFIXX TV, and those people are Lasico, Wago, Nipex and Ludum Palazzoli. Even though we're not going down to Italy in the north, we're going to where? What did he call it on there?
We're going to Essex, the Italy of the east of England, Gary.
Yeah,
never
quite
heard it
got
called
the
that before,
got the same ring, has it? So yeah, but we may even try and do a live stream on location at some point as well, might we?
Yeah, once we
can get mobile again, we'd like to go out and do a bit. You nearly finished your barley-based drink.
Yeah.
Right, let's put me. Is it me dog ear or dog tag? Never know which one it is. Dog ear, innit?
Yeah.
Okay, so dog ears up. Sneak peek now. So this is a product that we're going to have a look at in the next couple of weeks, but we're going to have a little sneak peek at it now. So we've got the LEDVANCE IP65 vapor proof, but you also called it something else?
Damp proof.
Damp proof. Let's bring hand cam in. I've just got to bring it up to here. So let's bring hand cam in. So let's have a look at this then, Gordon. So some of the nice features are, we love the clips. I've fitted one today. I love the fact they're already attached and not made of plastic.
Sometimes these things come like a bag of bits, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, but they're good. Yeah, so they're just nice snap close.
Yeah, okay. Worked a treat.
Easy to get in.
Now, I fitted the Dali dimmable one. This isn't the Dali dimmable one, but we're going to see that in a video coming up on the channel very soon. Also love these tags here, don't we? Love the fact that the tray is actually attached. Look, no hassle whatsoever. Do you want to see? Yep, say hello, Joe. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, so that's attached, we like that. Do you want to flick it over for us?
Flick it over, hold on, before we do that. Yep, we're going for the, I'll just put the cover back on. You can make a musical instrument with it as well.
So,
plenty of entries, all marked out, so ends, middle, end.
Yeah, okay, keep it still. Yeah, so there we go. And what it comes with a couple of glands, it comes with these lovely clips. Do you want to put one of those on for me on the reverse side? Do you want to just clip one down here?
Well, there's two options on this game. So you're going to fix to a surface.
Take off that little clip, yeah.
So this is the surface mount clip. So you first fix that onto the surface, and then we'll just
clip it onto
into place. Now, if you wanted to hang it from a chain, you can put the
try and do that without looking,
little clip in there.
And that's what I've done. I've hung my one.
Yep.
Okay. And then there is actually a bolt that goes through there with a required torque setting to make it security proof, so it doesn't pull off.
So you put the bolt through there. Yeah, to stop the. If you want to make sure no one can get that off easily.
Yeah, that's good.
If you want to swing from it like a trapeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say? Do you want to have a look inside it, or are we going to just have do those clips for me? Just bring me back in, just while you're unclipping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, build quality.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So let's have a look inside it then. Let's bring that one back in.
Things we like to see in a product. NEC mark,
Okay,
which means it's actually been near a lab. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So it's not just CE, and that's the new. The new.
Go on then, tell me.
Yeah, the new. No, it's not. That's not the new. That's the.
It's the recycling bin one.
Yeah, all stuff on that. But yeah, NEC and NEC on the driver, so it's a quality driver in there as well.
So there's a review coming up on these?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Did you get a tame electrician to fit one?
Well, couldn't find one of them, so I get you to do it.
Yeah, I've done that today actually. Yeah, I've hung one of these. I've fitted one of these, wired it up, connected it up. I've got a Wago connector in there and all sorts of stuff, and I had the Dali dimmable one as well. And what lengths they come in?
They come in all at once to replace, in old money, 4 foot, 5 foot, and 6 foot variants. So
and that's the equivalent of a two-tubed fluorescent 5 foot fitting, yes?
Yeah, which anyone who's working in place I've seen, he's got water treatment works, used the workhorse of the, almost industrial applications. And
that's light fitting is by LEDVANCE. So look out for the longer dive into that, as we have a deep dive into that fitting in the coming weeks, and we'll explain how we're going to produce some content in the coming weeks, which gives you more opportunities to win stuff if you stay on towards the end. You'll find out about that as well.
Yeah, and I guess just before we leave on that, people say, this is similar to lots of other products out there. Yeah, they all look similar.
They do.
And for me, it's all down to the numbers. So we've made a video on those L70, and if you haven't seen that, check that out to learn about what some of those numbers mean. Or if you're a regular installer, that tag us in on those. If you've got any installs. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I'm reluctantly moving towards the next segment.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Why am I reluctantly moving towards it?
Well, because I've got my own logo.
You got your own logo, so I created this today from scratch. Never seen this logo before. It's the Gordon time. The Gordon time. Okay, so I don't want anyone to suggest that logo's been used anywhere else. That's a brand new logo. And what do we mean by the Gordon time?
Well, coming up soon, we've got a little break for regulation corner first.
Yes, we have.
But yeah, well, obviously you've got to guess the time that tonight's contestant manages to complete the Electricians challenge in.
Right, so let's get that right. So we're going to ask you, as well as put in, what was that other thing they had to put into the comments? You have to play Gary's Swap Shop.
No, I think it was something to do with a tool.
Impact driver! Impact driver! Impact driver!
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah, impact driver you can win as well. But if you
Gary
can
Swap
guess
Shop.
the time,
Guess the time?
Yeah.
What, you're going to win a bundle?
yes, there is a bundle for guessing the time.
So the Gordon time.
The Gordon time
Yeah.
tonight, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you can
it's,
win a bundle.
Yeah.
So you got your own logo now.
Yeah.
And you're
Now,
happy
bearing in
now.
mind, this is somebody that Gary used to teach. So does that mean they're going to be fast? Does it mean they're going to be accurate? Does it mean they're going to cut corners?
Oh, yeah. Cheers, Lee. Yeah, he came across to see us. He was in York when he doing a
Yes.
training course with Rich Heppel. Came across to see us. Didn't realise it was going to take him an hour and 15 minutes, and thought he'd come for a cup of tea. Did he get a cup of tea?
No.
No.
COVID regulations can't serve tea.
Yeah. Okay. So he came across and we did the race wall instead. So you got your own logo. You happy now?
Yeah, I'm happy now, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll go
all
with
right.
that. So yeah, get those times rolling in.
So if you can be the closest person to the time that Lee Brodie's going to set on the Electricians Challenge, we will send you out an eFIXX bundle, which normally comprises of an eddy current hat, flask, bag, etc. I'm sure you'll throw something extra in that I don't want you to send out as well, won't you?
Clear out. Well, yeah, I've got to get rid of these timers and remote controls. To be sent
Yeah,
in,
yeah. So yeah, all the broken bits of plastic down here in the barley-based beverage corner. We've delayed long, and this is the cracker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a favourite.
Yeah. So we're going to drift off to see Joe, and so like Joe, pour yourself a drink, sit back and relax because it's time for Regulation Corner.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to Regulation Corner. Please take a seat, get comfortable, maybe pour yourself a drink. Lovely stuff. You know, I've been thinking deeply recently about consumer units. They're the quiet, underestimated workhorse of the electrical industry that, after installation, no one thinks too deeply about until something goes wrong with them. But just sitting here, brooding over my Premspec Verso consumer unit, it got me thinking about a fairly recent regulation, but one that you might refer to as an instant classic. It's Regulation 421.1.201, and it goes like this. Within domestic or household premises, consumer units and similar switchgear assemblies shall comply with BSEN 61439-3 and shall 1. Have their enclosure manufactured from non-combustible material. Or 2. Be enclosed in a cabinet or enclosure constructed of non-combustible material and complying with Regulation 132.12. And then there's a note. It says ferrous metal, e.g. steel, is deemed to be an example of a non-combustible material. I'm sure you'll agree they're simple words, but they carry a weighty message. And they remind us of the heavy responsibility that we as electricians pick up and carry every time we install a consumer unit. Like modern day Prometheans, we bring light and heat to our fellow humans to warm and enlighten. But never forgetting that what can heat can also burn. And like Prometheus, we are roundly cursed for our efforts. That got deep. As always, I'm probably just overthinking it. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thanks for stopping by. And the next time you're passing, drop in, say hello. You know there's always a place for you here at Regulation Corner. Good night.
World class, world class, World class, fantastic again.
That regulation made some, probably provided a lot of work for people. I mean, people often complain, don't they, that these regulations are written for manufacturers, and who would suggest that? But yeah, obviously as a result of that one change from plastic to metal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes that 70 quid you had to pay for the book rather cheap, doesn't it? I would suggest as everyone's
provided a lot of work. So.
Especially if you're doing 5-yearly EICRs at the minute for rental properties, I'd imagine you are installing or at least pricing for 1 or 2 metallic consumer units at the same time. Or are you quoting for an enclosure that is metallic where you can obviously install the plastic consumer units that you've got at the back end of the 17th edition? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Craig Gifford's just shown up.
Oh, has he? Oh, at last. Oh, has he? Has he over?
Clearly, he won't know what tonight's keyword is, Gary. So it's probably a last chance to tell people what it is before we start.
I'll find my keyword. You ready?
Yep.
Impact driver! Impact driver! Impact driver!
Yep. So if you want to take part in Gary's swap shop, remember it's only taking part at the minute. You haven't won anything yet. We're going to pull somebody out when we're doing the Electricians Challenge, which is next. So we're going to be moving across to that in a moment, where we've got Lee Brodie. And you've still got a few seconds left in order to put into the comments as well your time you think Lee's going to do it in, and we're going to be frantically looking around for where it is because we're not too sure.
We can't remember.
We might have to watch it with you, okay, in order that we can see who got the closest time to that, and then there'll be a little spot prize for them. But we'll explain how you reach out to us as well, because we won't know who you are. So if you're Billy Bob from YouTube, we won't know how to get hold of you. So there'll be some rules about getting in contact with us. He's watching it. You're a little bit behind us, so you'll just watch us do the old impact driver eyes again, haven't you?
No, I'm just seeing who's on. You know, saying, do we know who these people are? We know who a lot of them are.
Okay, which is good. So we're looking at the Electricians Challenge now, so where we're having a bit of fun, seeing how quickly, possibly with hand tools, that we can install a radial socket circuit into our Luden Palazzoli consumer unit. So our Luden board up there in order that we can make those connections. And it's my great pleasure to be one of my ex-learners coming along to have a rip at it. And he's a lovely bloke as well. So we'd like to leave it in the careful and quiet hands of Lee Brodie. Well, they're quite small hands as well, aren't they? Quiet, small hands. Yeah. Yeah, sit back and relax. This will make Joe's regulation corner look lively, won't it?
So it's time for another Electricians Challenge. And this week's guest really has no excuse for getting it wrong, because we're led to believe he did an evening class with Gary. So it's my pleasure to welcome Lee Brodie. So Lee, thanks. Again, Gary lured you here under false pretenses.
How'd he come for a cup of coffee?
Yeah, well, that's what happens all the time. Yeah. So you had the pleasure of Gary's course for 3 years, was it?
Yeah, it was a type I can't forget.
He's traumatised. Is it true that Gary sometimes wouldn't let the whole class go home until somebody got a question right?
Yeah,
at
all
the
the
end of
time,
it?
mate. We
That
were
was
there for
it?
ages, mate. Yeah.
Did he make them deliberately hard as well?
Well, I'm sure he just didn't want to go home, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why he spends so much time here. So you left there and you started work with Collingwood Lighting?
Yeah, I've been there about 5 years now,
Right.
5 or 6 years. I enjoy it.
So the electrician's watching. You probably only ever see Lee when something goes wrong.
Yeah, if there's an issue and you can't fix it, then unfortunately you get to see me. And
Then Lee turns up.
hopefully I should fix it. So
Yeah.
all right.
And it's yes, we made a great video with Collingwood on series wiring. That's meant Lee's never had to go to any more sites ever since.
No,
But,
it's worth a watch. It's a really good video.
yeah, no, it does.
Surprised at how many electricians don't know series wiring.
Yeah, it is until they're on site and probably too late. Cables are in the ground.
Yep,
Yeah,
light's not working.
yeah. So it's good. So yes, I mean, yeah, Collingwood seems to have gone strength to strength at the moment. We see lots of good projects out there.
Lots of new commercial fittings coming out.
Right.
Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, we will do. Well, let's have a look to see how he got on with the Electricians Challenge. So you join us here in the calm and collective environment of Lee Brodie as he takes on the Electricians Challenge.
We've got the volume on flat out, so you'll hear and experience what we did when Lee was installing this, but it feels like I'm in a museum.
Yeah, the last time I heard this much noise, Gary, I was down at Skipton Library and someone had dropped a packet of drawing pins on the floor.
Yeah, I imagine that caused as much kerfuffle as we did having Lee in. Yeah, I think he thinks, oh, look, there he is, the excitement's all over his face.
Yeah, no, I think calm and focused is what I'd best describe Lee's approach to this as. He's not panicking, he's just getting on with it.
He is, but we just had a cup of coffee, which was handy because that caffeine was required for the only stimulation that I had during the race.
Okay, so nice and calmly pushing that cable up the conduit there.
Stealth-like, I would suggest.
Oh, he's nearly woken Sparky Luden from his slumber in the trunking.
He's round the Seco bend, and I'd imagine he's going to stealthily get these into the Luden consumer unit.
Yeah. Oh, look at that there, just keeping very calm. What was that character in Bond, Gary? Was the Whisper?
Whisper, yeah. I think he makes him look like noisy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Shh. Don't disturb the cables. Shh.
Oh, bit of excitement going on. Oh, he's moving fast there, but still keeping calm.
Frantic. I think his blood pressure's up to about 64 now.
Yeah.
Pressure's on. Again, look at the excitement on his face. Must admit the hat looks good with the old eddy current on it.
Yeah. Is that hiding some lockdown hair, is it under there, Gary?
Yes, he is, yeah. I'm not very proud of it either. Oh, not too loud with the screws on. Oh, squeaking. Doing that. Squeaking.
Yeah, you could hear that squeak there, deafening. Just keep it calm, Lee. You don't want to rush this now. Just keep it calm.
Could do with a bit of sun, according to them arms. A bit white, aren't they? Here we go. So, got anything planned for the weekend?
Oh, I don't know, Gary. I think I need to cut the grass with a pair of scissors or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Well, just, is he still going?
He's still going out there, but just, calm. That's what you want on a job, isn't it? Somebody who just keeps it nice and calm.
All that fault finding on that Collingwood lighting, in it. I suppose when he's turned up and there's frantic panicking about something not working, he just wanders in and calmly solves the problem.
Oh, soothes the client. That's probably what it
I
is.
love that, soothes.
Lulls them into a sleep so they don't notice the problems.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to gently undo the screws in the back of the twin socket.
That's right, Lee. Just keep it calm. You could even hear the conductors going in there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, the rumbling of conductors, yeah.
It's not often we hear that, really.
Did a bit of breathing that wasn't me? Was that Lee was breathing?
Yeah, he is breathing. I think he just came out of hibernation last month in the sun when the clocks changed, Gary.
Probably. So there we go. No rush now. Imagine it's not a race you're in. And gently put this on.
Oh, was that a bit of a shake? No, it wasn't. No.
You think it will put the screws in the horizontal position, or was it just us that's in the horizontal position?
Yeah. Let's just keep it calm here.
No
Don't want to
rush.
rush the end
Don't
there,
rush.
Lee. We're not getting
Gently
near the
up
end.
and
Just push that button. Oh.
Well, Lee, that was very relaxing for us. Actually, myself and Gary thought we were almost in a library. We were so relaxed when you were doing that. So
I was in the zone.
In the zone, focused. That's what we like.
Yeah.
And, so how do you? Looking at the leaderboard over there, how do you think you got along?
Oh, as long as I could beat Aaron, I would say hopefully beat Dave. I'll be happy with that, I think.
Right. Well, let's have a look. Well, this could be. Oh, I think I have to do a little bit of rearrangement on the board, so we can obviously move Aaron down. That's a given at the moment.
Happy days.
David Barnes moves down. Richard Gaunt moves down. Nick Ramo moves down. Stephen Smith moves down. He won't be happy about that. He wants to stick onto the board. So Lee Brodie, you did this in 4 minutes.
Happy days.
The fastest person with the house tools so far.
Perfect.
Forgot to put the mic back on there. Okay, so it was a pleasure to spend some time there with Lee Brodie. You obviously saw old Grandad here, fell asleep, but he does if things don't happen around him. I apologise for the sound.
I mean, Lee was,
What a nice bloke.
yeah, fantastic and focused, I would say. He used to deal with people when there faults, problems. People haven't wired stuff, especially LED fittings wrong.
Have you wired it in series?
Yeah,
Are you sure you wired it in series?
yeah.
When he gets there, what have they wired it in?
Parallel.
Yeah.
So when everyone's flapping around and stuff not working, Lee goes in to
soothe things and calm the situation. And yeah, he was just focused.
And he still does a bit of wiring on the, for himself as well. Things like his own little electrical company going. Him and Patrick, I taught another guy in his class.
Oh, right.
And he was a character as well. He was a nice guy. Yeah. So I've bumped
We'll have
into
to get
them
him
too.
along. Yeah.
Yeah, Paddy can come up and
Decorating at the same time.
Yes. So we got a time of, we think they're 4:40. We still can't find his magnetic time, can we?
No.
So we think he's got 4:40, and we're currently looking through. Young Joe's looking through. You found a person? Who we got, Joe?
We've got a tie.
Oh, a tie.
Oh.
Go on.
Mark Holmes and a Billy Tory.
Billy again. I think Billy's won before, hasn't he? Billy Tory.
Yeah.
Tory.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologise. Yeah.
Billy Tory. Yeah. That's well done.
Yeah. Now, you haven't won anything yet because we don't know where you live. So is there going to be some sort of link being sent to them at the minute?
Yeah.
Joe? Yeah. So we're going to send you a link. You have to fill the details in on the link, and then it will come back through to us, and we will then be able to post
things out.
Send you some things out.
Yeah. And Billy, with your running streak of winning, if you've got a tip on this week's lottery numbers, then please just put them in there as well.
I think Tuesday's one was a triple rollover for the Euro Millions.
Oh,
wasn't it?
wow.
It's gone now, isn't it? So it
Yeah.
might be a quadruple one for Friday, who knows. Okay, so that gave that time. You were frantically looking through for Gary's Swap Shop. Let's get my logo up because you've got your own now. So Gary's Swap Shop. So we're looking at two people. You've won nothing at the minute. You've won the opportunity to send me something. And who are those people?
Those are. We've got two. So we've got the first one is Dave Austin.
Dave. Please be Dave Austin from the Learning Lounge. We've chose you based on the fact, I hope it's Dave Austin from the Learning Lounge. Got to spend some time with Dave a couple of times. Went down to see him and also spent some time at a live show as well. What a nice bloke and an ambassador for our industry. Also possibly one of the tallest people I've ever had to stand next to. And I'm 6'4" and he dwarfed me, So hopefully it is Dave Austin. Now, Dave, the only way you've won, Dave, is that you need to send us to Lineside Studios. Is it in the description, the address?
Yeah, go for the sticker swap link below, and it's
so go to Sticker Swap's link below, which will give us the address. You send me an old screwdriver. Or perhaps one of the awards you've won over the years. That would be nice if it is Dave Austin. And if I receive that and your address, me and Joe will come and stalk you at the weekends, no doubt. And we will send you out the FT45 from Ideal Industries. Who's the second person?
The second person is Vale Electrical.
Vale,
yes.
Vale Electrical, okay. So if you are Vale Electrical, okay, you need to get the address from the sticker swap in the link in the description below here at Lineside Studios in Skipton. And you send us your old screwdriver and your name and address in the envelope, and we will send you out your FT45.
Yeah, great bit of kit.
It is great. Like I said, my tool of last year. However, we've been doing a couple of tool reviews on the side, haven't we? We've had some more good tools for this year already.
Yeah, no, there's some good stuff coming up.
Yeah, so there'll be some videos on those in the future. So, you happy you give your stuff away? Let's put your logo back up then. Yeah.
For the time, I'm done on the time.
Yeah, look at that. I created that today from scratch. Never took that idea from anyone else.
Where you get it from, guys?
It's
where you get it from.
You
dug deep on that one.
Yep, I did dig deep. Okay, so we're getting close to the end, but I said to you during the eFIXX TV, this live stream, that I'll tell you how you can win more stuff as we move forward. Well, what's exciting is, in 2 weeks' time when we go live, we're actually going to, on the following day, launch our live feed, which gets me all confused, doesn't it? Because I have to say live stream and live feed in the same show, and I always get them mixed up. What does that mean to you? Yeah. Well, first of all, it means we'll drop a video every day.
Yeah, more stuff to win.
Yeah, and there'll be more stuff to win. So we'll do some product reviews. We'll perhaps be looking at this LEDVANCE IP65 vapor-proof, and you also could say it is
damp-proof.
Damp-proof, yeah. So we'll be looking at things like that. So as we go through these products, we will tell you in 2 weeks' time how you can interact with us. And I think last time out we gave a nice bundle of tools away, didn't we?
Yeah, we've got another NIPEX bundle coming up. We've got some more Wago.
L-boxes.
One loves an L-box.
And some cracking head torches. I think I saw Dr. Electric wearing one today that I sent him. He had it on as he was talking to the camera. Okay, so that's next time in 2 weeks' time. Now, we're almost at the end and we're obviously winding out, but what we like to do at the end of the show is what we're going to be doing in the future for real, which is opening up
the plug and socket.
The plug and socket. And what does that really mean for the audience?
That means you can ask some questions. Well, people always ask questions, but we'll try and answer some questions. We'll hang around as long as we can reasonably, until we've
run out of
apple juice.
Not
a lot left. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I would say though is we've got about 1.5 minute lag, so somebody will ask something and we'll actually be ending the show. So we aren't doing it to be rude. We will do that. So all we'll do is we'll look at the comments and we'll just, if you want to stay on, just chat. If you want to catch the second half of the football, we understand that you'll be doing that as well. As always, we couldn't do this without the support of some great companies, and these people are supporting us here to do eFIXX TV. And we thank Seco, Wago, Nipex, and the good people at Luden, but not the ones in Italy, because we're going down to Essex. Is it Braintree in Essex we're going?
Braintree, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
The Italy of the east of England, as we're now known as. Yeah.
So we thank them for supporting this, and we'll bring you another eFIXX TV in 2 weeks' time. Remember, social post dive that we've been doing. If you want to tag us in on some great work, we'd love to see your great work, and maybe you'll be part of the social post dive in the coming 2 weeks' time. And it is going to be launching live feed, which means more stuff, doesn't it?
More stuff.
Give more stuff.
More
Give
stuff.
Right, so if you only stayed on for the live stream, that's effectively us finished. We're going to read the comments and try and answer some of the questions. If the questions are really difficult, we don't like to answer them. Who do we like to answer them if they're really difficult?
We'll bounce them, Joe.
Joe can have them, yeah. So if you want a really difficult question, ask Joe it.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, and we thank you for joining us once again here on a Wednesday, and we're back in 2 weeks here at eFIXX TV. Thanks for watching. Right, just be ourselves now. Yeah, normal self now. Yeah, just leave it. Come on, I just did that sound wrong, didn't I? That one
a lot of people love those legit Lussie
They are
head
good.
torches.
They are
Yeah,
good.
They are. It's,
And I'm sure someone's going to get one at one point and say, oh, you gave up after everyone that I've sent one to. Yeah, all the feedback's great. I love the motion sensor, can you?
Yeah.
So you have it on your head, you know, get that on.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it on. No, they're good. They are good. And I think we've got at least 10 to give away, haven't we, in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, there is,
Or
yeah.
the process of giving them away in a couple of weeks' time. Do we know if it was Dave Austin?
told us. No, he hasn't got back in yet.
Oh, come on, David. If you only jumped in and jumped out.
Someone's asking, Gary, and it's something we were talking about the other day, it was Thomas Lethley, the regulation on sockets in a bathroom.
Yep, you can have them.
If
you can
it's
always
in
have...
containment in a lockable container. No, he's thrown a wild card.
Yeah, that
in
is a
there.
wild, yeah.
Yeah, we'll let Joe come back on that one. We were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah, so it's an SELV socket outlet. You know, if you had in the old days, you'd plug your wireless in your day, I suppose. Wouldn't you have a little radio that you'd plug in the bathroom? They were always okay. Yeah, a little 12 volter.
Yeah.
But now we can have the old 230 volts one. But it's the classic. Me and Joe used to say the same thing. He said the other day, didn't he? I always say to everyone, if you put your bottom on the side of your bath and you walk 3 large strides.
Yeah.
And you're still in your bathroom, why are you in my college classroom? Because you're way too wealthy and background to be in here. I've normally walked through 2 different rooms. I'm sort of like, I've gone through the landing, I'm now in another bedroom, sort of like 3 meters away.
But then if you go to Europe,
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
US.
and what's the first thing we say when we get, oh, it's brilliant, you can just plug your hairdryer in, don't you? Yeah, oh, I don't plug it in. But you know, it's that mentality, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you've got it there and then. And why 3 meters? Why is it 3 meters?
Well, if you trip, fall on the bath, crack your head, you're still going to be, you're going to struggle to reach it.
Think of the length of the leads on all the things that we've jumped. So this always cracked me up because one of my students said to me one time, well, what about the lawnmower? I said, well, to start with, I don't know why you're mowing your bathroom carpet. I said, there's nothing stopping you plugging into any socket in the house and taking an extension lead and then throwing an electrical item into the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably going to end in a court case.
Yeah.
However, if you've got your hairdryer and you accidentally dropped it, you don't want to be able to drop it into the bath.
Yeah.
So you look at the leads on these things at 3 meters. You haven't got a 3 meter length lead on your hair straighteners, on your hairdryer, and things like that on your electric leg waxing device. Yeah, so that's the
Nasal
3
hair
meter
trimmer. Yeah.
That's back to the lawnmower, isn't it?
Slash hedge trimmer. Yeah, I was going to say you got in there before me. Yeah, reminds me of the one on control systems, lighting controls in toilets. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been in the toilets where they put lighting controls in, and you're in their occupancy sense. You walk into the bathroom.
Yes.
The light comes on. You vanish into the cubicle.
Yes, and it goes
the
off.
light goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I was speaking to one facilities manager, and his boss complained about that because they'd had some complaints in the facility that the lighting controls were switching off, and they were set to half an hour.
Oh wow. Well, I think you should get out of the shower after half an hour, though.
He said if you're in there after half an hour, if you're in the toilet after half an hour, you need a doctor. that was the...
Perhaps it automatically rings 999 for you. Saying that, we've had a mass stabs tonight, so there'll be... And I'd just like to say for the record, we have no toilet tissue, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, if we don't remember that tomorrow, that could be,
Toilet.
Big
tissue.
wipes.
Yeah.
The bucket of big wipes will be in next. Like, needs must. Imagine that'd have like a little after sting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the big wipes don't leave a,
Yeah. They're no moist towelettes, are they?
don't leave much on the surface after the
We've cleaned this table with it. Imagine. Oh. Yeah, so one of us remember. I'll try and remember.
Yeah.
Any sensible questions?
There's a lot on bathrooms. Actually,
Is
we
there?
need to do something on bathroom zones. So
We've said that before.
I don't know who came up with that idea before, but yeah, we'll do.
I think it's linked to that thing where we talked about the other day, though, wasn't it?
What's that?
When we talked about zones and all sorts of other stuff, it's linked to that. So it's in
definitely.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are on that one.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, good idea for Joe.
Good idea for Joe.
Oh, Eddie's in with it. I knew this was coming. Yeah, double insulation's another one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of confusion. See a lot of errors on that as well, especially on double insulated fixtures.
Yeah, and it always catches people out when they look in the schedule of inspection and it says protection against electric shock via double insulation. It's the whole installation, not your one item that you've got that's double insulated. And I've wrote a guide to that, which if you can improve it, always email us through the usual channels. It's in the eFIXX Apprentice Hub, which is my level 2/3 guide to the schedule of inspection. There's not everything in it, but I try and break it down into an easier terminology. Yeah, so protecting against electric shock by SELV, we're talking about an installation. We're not talking about necessarily one item of equipment. I always find people just tick every box. When I checked my electrical certificate when I had MJ Electrical over, I ticked every box.
Oh, right.
I've got everything.
You had everything, did you?
I had everything, all ticks.
Yeah,
classic.
bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, Earth exchange bonding automatic distribution supply, yes. Yeah, great. That's it. Horror would have been in there. I bet he dove in the comments there. I know what that is.
Yeah. Oh, RCD sockets. We'd try and do something on RCD sockets, but we couldn't get much traction on that. So
We found a company that made them only as A-types, didn't we? At one of our live feeds.
yeah.
Who was that?
That would have been Greenbrook.
Yeah, Greenbrook were making
Yeah.
A-type, which I thought was...
Put them on all the tills in Tesco.
Yes.
You don't want the you don't want
you
the fault on one till sending off all the tills, do you? And
No, you
angry.
don't. And they used to have a special socket. I think they had a
Oh,
tills
well,
that locked.
Electrac sockets.
Yeah, so you couldn't kick it out.
Made of Medhamsley Road concept.
All right. Is that something you've had a dibble in the past?
Yeah. Well, Medhamsley Road concept's famous. Phileas Fogg crisps. No, it doesn't remember.
Phileas Fogg. Okay.
Phileas Fogg, finest foods from around the world.
All right. Okay. He wasn't a gentleman that went round the world then, no?
No, he made crisps in
He made a cartoon as well about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the cartoon.
Why is it you can spur off a ring at any point once without fusing down, but it's frowned upon if you spur off an MCB?
Yeah,
I thought you could spur.
you
off an
can.
MCB.
It's just, yeah, it's right though, because I used to mention this in passing in my old life. If you go to a distribution board, a consumer unit, where there's a ring final circuit and there's 3 cables in it, it's just, I think we just class it as a little bit of, it might have changed, so I've been out the loop a while, but it's just classed as just not very good practice. Yet, if you were wanting a socket under the consumer unit and you had no spare ways and you only had 2 ring final circuits, surely it's the best way. Because you can, if you've got 10 sockets on a ring final circuit, regardless whether they're singles or twins or triples, you can take 10 non-fused spurs, but if you take one out the board, you can only do 9 around the socket, so that gives you the 10th one out the board. But yeah, good question. If someone's got a better answer than me, I've got no answer, I've got a bit of spin, yeah, I'd like some feedback on that. I'm sure Eddie
if you're at the board, you've got the 2 tails there anyway. It's not a massive task, is it, to divert one of them? If you want to add a socket underneath to...
No, you could extend the ring through. And again, how many people extend rings through? Yeah, just crimping through or using some sort of connector and a maintenance-free box to make it maintenance-free, that type of thing. Okay, good question, no? We like good questions. Again,
God, yeah, like
anything else?
Tongue twisters, this one. The other day I plugged an LED strip which tripped an RCD in the shed, but when I plugged it in the house it worked fine. What could have caused the RCD to trip in the shed?
So you plugged the LED strip in the shed.
Yep, and it tripped.
And it tripped.
Yeah, but it was fine when you took it back. Yeah.
Well, there's 1,000,001 answers, isn't there, really? So it could be so it could be there was a small leakage current created, and the RCD in the shed was overly sensitive. So it picked it up. It could be that, I don't know, maybe the shed had other items on it that were leaking a little bit of current, and then you add to that and reach the threshold for the RCD.
Yep.
It could be the RCD in the house has never ever had its button tested in the old days every 3 months, in the new days every 6 months, and the mechanical mechanism is actually locked in the shut position. Therefore, it won't trip. It could be that DC is leaking. It's an old AC RCD. It stunned itself into being locked. 1,000,001 answers, I would suggest, and I'm sure none of them were correct, but I had a go.
Or it could be somebody's disconnected the earth in the house.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, love it. Yeah.
If you've ever worked on farms, it's a common way they
stop
rectify
the-
the RCD trip and just disconnect
Yeah.
the CPC in the house.
Yeah.
Obviously, every light fit becomes live, but
We've got a good question for Pegasus when he comes out about earth leakage current and the earthing conductor here, haven't we?
yeah, we have.
Yeah, so when he comes back.
Might
He's
as
coming
well
back to do
throw
that,
that
apparently.
there. Yes, yeah, Eddie, when you come back,
Bring your exercise books.
Yeah, we put a clamp meter around our earth.
We're getting
earth
6
terminal. Yeah, up to 9 amps at one
9
point.
amps at one point.
Yeah.
So here's one for everyone. If the earth path from the structural metalwork of the installation had the same impedance as your combined neutral earth, would the neutral current be split across the 2 paths? Hence, you could measure to the bonded metalwork using a clamp meter a current maybe half the value of that in the neutral thereabouts. We had all over the show, didn't we? But I mean, we're trying to think, is it now because the 2 paths, the frame of the building, which is a massive earth electrode, and the neutral earth path, we seem to be getting some stray currents there, and we were a bit itching, weren't we, over that one?
Yeah.
We don't know everything.
No.
Joe does. So, Joe, if you know, answer, please.
But there's no touch voltage, is there?
No voltage at all between it when we disconnect it. No, nothing at all, just current. Anything else that we've got in there?
I lost it there.
Any football scores for me, Joe? 1-0. 1-0. Oh, imagine someone's watching this and thinking they'll watch the football afterwards.
Yeah. New build has it. Oh, Eddie wants to bring back eBads. There you go.
Yeah, so do I, because it's earth potential bonded and automatic disconnection of supply. It's a bit of a waste of time now. We've got so many plastic incoming gases and water, though, isn't it?
We're like Earth Central here, aren't we?
We are here. Another classic for you. Here's one for the audience. So who's left? You go into an installation. You're measuring the external earth fault loop impedance, and the incoming water and gas are plastic. Why pull out the earthing conductor to remove the parallel earth paths?
No.
Why? Because it can't be any different, can it?
No.
There is no other path to earth. So again, if there's something I've missed, or in my time away from teaching, I would have had a discussion with other people. Because somebody picked up on one of the videos that we did that the electrician was doing his checks afterwards, and I'd only recorded a few of them, and he did his ZE test with it in.
Yeah.
And I went, well, the water and gas in that installation are both plastic. I can't see. Yeah, I know the practice is, and I teach it, and all the rest of it. So, yeah, interesting one that is. Is that going to be a modified practice moving forward?
Yeah.
Because I'm all.
Yeah, a few people coming in diverted neutral current. It's certainly diverted.
Yeah, but it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
But next door had neutral current, no earth current with it off.
Tyre guy had it, with his impact who's been out with that impact drive, hasn't he?
Yeah, diverted neutral currents. Yep. So it's all good.
Yeah, I wouldn't have PMA with structural steel. Yeah, but that's the supply we're given.
Yeah, not really got a lot of choice with that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, still, when we have an EV charging point, we got to worry about an earth rod, are we? Stamp it onto the building.
Yeah, and we don't think it's a PME fault because Dr. Chris demonstrated his PME fault system, and it did malfunction at one point though, Gary, didn't it?
The rig blew up in front of me, and Dr. Chris is a lovely bloke from My Energy, and I managed not to swear, and it was a very loud bang, and I was very close to it. And I mean, I just leaped and didn't swear, which meant we could use the footage, couldn't we? But I tried not to swear. What a lovely bloke that man is, Dr. Chris Horn. Yeah. From My Energy. Anything else, or are we?
Oh, well, people on the old radial ring, 4mm radial or 2.5mm ring.
Yeah, it's.
I'd go radial.
So would I. But it's like anything, isn't it? It's like when we got rid of red and black. It'll take a complete generation to get out.
Interesting. We've got a video coming up soon where we replace the consumer unit, and that house had all options in, didn't it? It had a 4mm. radial for the kitchen. Yeah. It had upstairs, the 2 floors were on a combined ring
Final circuit,
Room final, yeah. And then the other room downstairs that wasn't the kitchen had another radial at 2.5mm.
It did. Had a bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
And it also had a lighting circuit wide in 3-core.
Yeah, and but it also spurred off the radial, downstairs. So we thought it was a ring main at first.
They had ring point. That's right. Yeah. So they'd taken one directly below the board, then put one in. So we're back to. We thought it was a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was. Oh, it was only on a 20.
Yeah.
There's something wrong here.
Was a broken.
Yeah. We'll have we did have an open-ended circuit. And what was it? The smart doorbell was wired in burglar alarm cable, or was it telephone? Yeah. So we had 3-core cable for lighting circuit. Brand new installation in 2015.
Yeah.
The board was held on with wood screws from new.
Yeah.
What else was a bit average in there? They didn't over-insulate the doorbell thing, did they?
They did.
So the band 1 and band 2 were mixed. Yeah, it was an interesting...
Didn't bother fixing some of the boxes into the wall.
No, it was funny though, wasn't it? It was funny when you let that out the wall. Anyone else?
No, I think we're right now.
Did we get any dislikes?
People still on Impact Driver, you missed that one.
Oh, did we get any dislikes in there?
No, we didn't actually.
No, that's nice. So for the people who watch it live, thank you for that, because I know it's a reflection of the person and not necessarily what we're trying to do, but yeah, it's nice that people supported it. That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the person who dislikes it before we've started.
Oh yeah, just classic that, isn't it? Just, you try, don't you? You do try. So, yeah. As always, if you've stayed on for the plug and socket, as we've said before, this will be an actual thing we hope in the future. Once the world opens up and we get our bar will be over there. We're hoping to walk across to our bar, and if we've got people in with us, we'll have a chat with them, and we'll just leave it rolling. So, Eddie, that was not an open invite to come up and clean us out of alcoholic beverages.
Eddie, you're looking for 4 drinks tokens.
Can. Joe didn't believe they were his cans. He thought they were full ones. I said, no, all of them were empty.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. What have we got now?
No. Eat, drinking while typing. There you go. Gary, he's at it now, Eddie. How was Scarborough, Eddie? That's what. Oh, Scarborough. We're going to match them up. We've got Hastings.
We're off to Hastings. Yep. No, nothing better than a bit of Hastings, so that's all good.
Yeah. Well, I've finished my drink.
Yeah, and I'm nearly done mine, so I've only got to drink it. So, as always, we're gonna leave it rolling for a second or two with the holding screen, just so you get to finish. If you stayed on to the very end, absolutely thank you. We really appreciate everybody that supports us on the live streams. We spend nearly all day, don't we, preparing for this, and then I spend the last hour worrying myself to bits over it.
It's not pleasant.
No, it isn't pleasant. Okay. So for everyone that has supported us by watching us, who's taken part in Swap Shop and the Gordon
GT. I don't know. I can't again.
The GT, yeah, the Gordon time.
Grand time.
You can't say grand. I think it's the Grand Tour. So
when am I doing the wall? Someone wants to last. Yeah. Well, if anyone wants to come and do the wall, they just have to send us a message, and we'll try and arrange a mutually convenient time. We are in the market actually for about 10 electricians for something we've got coming up.
Ooh.
That is. We can't even say what it is yet.
We're under an NDA. We know something that's going to happen. Yeah. And it's very exciting. We need 10 people to volunteer to come along and trial it, don't we?
Yeah.
It's
revolutionary.
Yeah.
That's all we can say.
Yeah. Wow. That's
It'll
not
be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and again, when we have been doing the race wall things, we're trying to squeeze them in on the other Wednesdays, don't we? So next Wednesday, we'd love somebody to be in mid-afternoon, early evening to do a race wall, wouldn't we? Yeah. That's the best time for us. So we always do late Wednesdays every week. Are we on tour? No, we're not on tour next week, are we? It's the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, you want to come up to see us, it's not a problem. Eddie's been 3 times, I think, now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So, we love people to come along and see us. But, of course, you'll have to take on the race. It's the only way to get an Eddie Current hat. If you want an Eddie Current hat, you do the race, and you get an eFIXX t-shirt.
Yeah, you get the
proper eFIXX. It says as seen on eFIXX TV, which are pretty cool. So, as always, thank you very much for supporting us. Us 2 old people are going to go home, and we're going to carry on Joe's diet tomorrow. I think what we're having tomorrow on your diet, Joe, is fish and chips tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. We had a. What did you have? A lamb dansack this week? Today, chicken dansack. You had a cookie, 2 beers. Garlic naan. What was that other thing you had?
Taco dal.
Yeah, whatever that is.
That's healthy.
Oh,
We'll
well.
find out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's offset there against the cookie. Yeah. So if it ever comes out, yeah, the Joe Routledge Guide to Good Eating and How to Lose Weight and Smile, yeah, it will be an absolute barn burner. Thank you very much.